Hey everybody, what's up? This is Squeezy's World. Hey, it could be your world. Thanks for stopping by, man. I do appreciate it. Taking a few moments out of your day to check on this little channel. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. I like to talk about a few things that interest me, and hopefully at some point they'll interest you. And that's the kind of way we do things. And I also start every day now with a little Bible verse or a little Bible saying or something biblical or something that has to do with the Lord. I mean, it's what it should be done. Uh, so no days, this day is no difference. And so here we are. All right, watch yourselves so that you may not lose what you have worked for, but may win a full reward. Amen. Okay, that's 2 John 1:8. Just a couple of things. Something that's I've also heard out here in the wild, and I happen to agree with some of this stuff. And for the sake of communication without having to, talk about, giving things, say in your arm, we'll just call it Kool-Aid. We'll call it the juice or something like that. We'll call it juice. Drinking the juice, taking the juice. Okay. Well, what they're in infinite wisdom, what they're trying to do, and this is what I've heard out there, and boy, I tell you what, this is kind of spooky, is that they're working on some of this juice that they can give everybody, okay, and it'll stay in your system pretty much forever and ever and ever and replicate itself. And what it's supposed to do is to kind of lay weight and say if you get a flu bug or you get some kind of sickness or some other kinds of illnesses or these airborne stuff that's going around everywhere, that it'll fight it. That it'll fight it. So what could be wrong with that? What could be wrong with having something that's in your system that will fight, every kind of thing that you may get foreign into your system? So you'd have to take the juice, What would be wrong with that? I don't know. I could think of 100,000 million things that might be wrong with that. We know from the last experience we had with the big C-19 stuff, a lot of people got hurt, But most of the stuff, it never really kind of helped. It helped some, but maybe didn't help most. So we all know where that went. This new stuff they're coming out with because they're doing away with the RAMA, whatever it is, because they don't like those letters anymore. So they're going to put an S or something in front of it. And could zombieize you. We'll just put it that way. You could go out the door, Who knows? Could have a massive effect on you either way. Maybe it would be good for you. Maybe you would actually do what they say it will do. Hate to do this, right? But we all know how that goes. But what could be wrong? I say all kinds of things can be wrong. Number one, this probably hasn't been tested yet. They say in a couple other countries, especially China, it's being tested, and they've already maybe even put it into some practice. I don't know. I'm not going to take it. Let's put it that way. There could be 100 different ways they could maybe make you drink the juice. If you had some kind of surgery or something like that, maybe they'll just do that automatically. Don't know. They may come up and say, well, this is something, and if you drink this juice, you'll all be great. And everything will be just fine, and live to be 150 years old. Who knows? But I tell you, this is what they're working on. Now, me personally, it's the same thing with taking the mark of the beast. Not taking the mark of the beast no matter what. If I get to be a pauper and I'm out there in the streets and living in the gutters, it is what it is. This new juice that they want to, and it's not out yet here in America, but they're working on it. But you have to really ask yourself, do you really, really trust the sources that it may be coming from? Do these people who are making this stuff or testing this stuff, are they that reliable? You have to make that decision for yourself, man. I'm telling you, things are going to get freaky. As we are in the end times, things are going to get really, really freaky. It's already been prophesied. And we're seeing all this stuff come to pass. So just forewarned, keep your, what do they call it? Ears to the ground, eyes wide open, keep your head on a swivel, kind of know what's going on. Do your best not to get ill. That's always a good thing. Sometimes that can't be helped. But like I said, just, give it thought. When they start coming up with some new stuff that's, probably not all that tested, just consider what you're doing. If you want to drink the juice or not drink the juice, just saying. So that's about it. I want you all to be careful out there. I want you to have a very good day. I hope you had a really good week so far. Just behave yourselves. Have a barbecue. I like barbecues. We're getting possibly ready down here for a, the hurricane. It's going to turn into a hurricane. It may not hit us. It may not hit might not even hit the East Coast, but it could. And it could be a biggie. So we're always preparing for that stuff. So, all right then. Hey, look, nothing but love for you guys. I truly mean it. Stay safe. Nothing but love. And we'll catch you later.